reason that Raven informed you of all of this is because she thought that... She hoped that it would upset you, and it did. I don't know why she takes such delight in that, but she does.
Logan, the only thing that upset me was when Raven asked me if perhaps you hadn't cooled off towards me lately. Well, yeah, that struck a nerve with me, too, although I didn't admit anything to her. Obviously, I didn't have to. She just took it for granted and then went on to say that she knew why you had put a bit of distance between us.
That's worth hearing, I bet. She always did have a wonderful imagination. I ever tell you I thought she'd make a mint writing cheap novels? What'd she say?
She said it was because you didn't need me anymore. Oh. Raven's theory has it that the reason you were so friendly towards me was because you had to be.
Just how does she figure that?
Because with her letter out of the picture, it did appear as though my testimony was the golden link between you and Jamie's custody.
If you recall, I was the one who didn't want you to take the stand in the first place.
That's right, but you changed your mind.
Yes, because Mike and Cliff and Geraldine and you convinced me I had to pull out all the stops.
Okay, look, in any case, Raven said when you altered your strategy and I became expendable, well, then you didn't have to like me so much anymore, so you just cooled off.
And you believed her. A woman who cannot understand that two human beings can have affection for each other without an ulterior motive, and you believed her.
Logan, I didn't say I believed her.
Then why are we having this discussion, huh?
We are having this discussion because it's true. You have changed towards me this past week or so.
So now you think that everything that happened between us was a lie?
No, of course I don't. Logan, why don't you just tell me why your attitudes have changed?
Look, I know how you still feel for Draper. I've taken a few steps back, but that's the only reason.
Come here, look at me. Logan, why should that make a difference now?
Because I've fallen in love with you. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
No, look, don't apologize.
Not tonight,
please,
and not for this reason. No, I just didn't plan it.
Well, some things you can't plan.
No, you can't. I don't know how it happened. Just one day, there it was. I wasn't going to tell you until I... Oh, damn Raven. Damn her. How does she keep making people do things that they don't mean to do,
Say things they don't mean to say?
No, I meant that. I love you. You don't have to say anything. Just a statement of fact. It wasn't a question. It doesn't require an answer.
Oh, Logan, I knew it was happening, and so did you. We just never talked about it.
Well, at least you know now. I wasn't just interested in your testimony. I mean, my coolness had nothing at all to do with the custody trial.
Gosh, I thought it was something else.
What's that?
Well, that little vacation you took with Deborah.
Oh, please, don't misinterpret that. I mean, Deborah and I were up there together, yeah, but it was... Looks like it's time for Logan to fess up. The excuse I gave you about me taking a vacation has to come under the category of little white lie.
Why did you lie to me?
Because I was on a case, Deborah was assisting me, and it was only business, so
well, why try to hide that?
Because the case had something to do with the train wreck at Grand Falls.
What?
Well, there's a lot of litigation involved with that mess up there. Mike's handling a bunch of it, and there were some legal tangles that had to be straightened out.
Isn't that a civil matter, though? I mean, you're the district attorney. You handle criminal prosecution.
I told you. It was hard to explain. That's why I opted for the lie in the first place. But please believe me, it was only business, nothing more.
I do believe you. And Logan, even if it wasn't business, you have every right to go anywhere you please, with anyone you please.
Well, there's only one person that I want to be with. Here, for Graham County, or Outer Mongolia.
Oh, pardon me, Mrs. Scott. Do you need anything from the kitchen?
Logan, do you want anything?
No, I still got some wine left.
Oh, no thanks, Molly. Oh, how's Julia? Is she sleeping yet?
Oh, she's quiet, but a little restless. I think I let her nap too long in the park this afternoon.
Logan, would you mind if I take a run up and...
Of course not.
Okay.
Say hi to her for me.
I will.
All right.
Mr. Swift, excuse me.
Just before you go, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You used to live in Evansville, is that right?
Well, yes, I worked there for 10 years, but I originally come from Springfield.
I was talking to Mrs. Michaels the other day about the train wreck.
The wreck?
Yeah.
Why would you talk to her about that?
Well, no particular reason. There's a few details about that we're trying to straighten out. As a matter of fact, I just came back from a trip up that area of the state.
I don't think I can really help you, sir.
You don't know anything? You don't remember anything about the night that it happened?
I wasn't aware of it until the following morning.
Oh, well, then I guess you won't remember anything unusual. I mean, you didn't see any strangers or anything wonderful.
No, I didn't, and I didn't see anything at all. Excuse me.
I just don't understand it, that's all. I mean, how you could change so much so soon? This was your dream house. You would have done anything to get it, to keep it, to make it yours. Now you want to turn around and walk away from it?
Kirk, I still love the house. My feelings for the house haven't changed.
What are we supposed to do? Pack it up and take it with us?
Wish we could. Wish we could just pick it up and transfer it 2,000 miles away from here. California or something. You know, that's not a bad idea. I've always wanted to live in California.
Never mentioned that before.
A lot of my dreams I never mentioned to you. Because I never thought they'd come true.
Well, your dreams certainly don't last very long, do they?
One of them's gonna last. I have my husband back. That dream's gonna last me a lifetime.
Wait a second. Is that what you're afraid of? Are you afraid that you're going to lose me? Do you think that creep you met at the amusement park today is going to go to the police and tell them about the 17 axe murders I committed?
Oh, Kirk, please don't even joke about a thing like that. That's not what I mean at all. I don't know who that man was, and I don't want to know. All I know is that he means trouble for you, for us. Kirk, he may not be the only one either.
So you want us to run and keep on running?
No, that's not what I mean. All I want to do is find another place for us to live.
And find 2 more jobs? Do you realize how much trouble it took us to get these jobs? You haven't even started yours yet.
Well, that's the best time to change, isn't it? I mean, before we've even started. We haven't closed on the house, and we haven't... I'll get it.
No, I'll get it. I don't know who it could be. We only know 3 people in Oakdale. Hello.
Hello, Kirk, old buddy.
Who is this?
This is an old friend of yours, Kirk. Larry Watts.
I'm sorry, what was that name again?
Larry Watts. Like in light bulbs? Oh, come on, Kirk, let's not get cute. I know you're having a little problem with your memory, but you just gotta remember me. And Frankie? How can you forget Frankie?
I'm afraid you got the wrong number.
Kirk, who is it?
Hey, wait a minute. Are you the guy that talked to my wife this afternoon at the amusement park?
That's right. Only I guess I must have scared her, and I'm real sorry about that, Kirk. You give her my apologies.
You know, I'm just sorry I didn't have the chance to talk to you myself.
Kirk, would you hang up on him? Please, hang up.
Hey, wait a second. Hey, Watts, if you're such a good friend of mine, maybe we ought to talk. There's some questions I want to ask you.
Hey, now isn't that a coincidence? I feel exactly the same way.
Yeah, well, what my wife told you this afternoon about my memory, that's the truth. I was in an accident. I don't remember anything about the past 10 years.
Sure, Kirk, I know it happens all the time.
I'm serious, but well, why don't you tell me? You know, tell me where we met, how you know me, anything at all.
Kirk, please don't talk to him. Just hang up. He means you trouble.
Emily, this is the only chance I'm going to have to find out something about my past.
No, Kirk, you're taking a terrible chance. Please don't. He's not a friend. He's an enemy.
I'll take help from anybody right now, Emily. Even an enemy. Go ahead, Watts. Tell me what you know.
Look, I didn't say we were bosom buddies. I mean, I only met you a couple of times when Harry brought you down to Frankie's to talk business. And all these years, I thought you were dead.
Dead? Dead? What are you talking about?
Dead? The cops said that they blew you away in that trap. But you got out of there, didn't you, Kirk? How'd you do that?
Now, look, now I know you have the wrong person. I'm not the fella you want to talk to. The name might be similar, but that's where...
You were living
In Evansville, weren't you? I mean, 10 years ago?
before you came back here to Monticello?
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure, I was.
And you were staying with some welfare worker's family, right? The lady's husband was a doctor? At least that's what you told us.
Yeah, that's the truth.
We really ought to get together and talk about old times, Kirk.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that.
But I could come to your place. But then I don't think that your wife would like that, so why don't we meet at my place?
Okay, where are you?
Oh, right here at the amusement park. You didn't think I was just hanging around here, did you? I mean, I work in this joint. I'm a handyman. You just ask anybody for Larry Watts.
Everybody knows me.
Yeah, okay. You got a number where I can reach
No,
her?
no.
Emily, what are you doing? Don't do
No,
that!
I'm sorry. It means trouble.
Emily, he knows me.
It doesn't matter.
He knew me 10 years ago after I ran away from Evansville, after we were married.
You have got to forget that part of your life. You've got to forget every part of your life, except us.
You're an hour earlier than usual. What happened? Get fired?
No, not yet anyway. I took off early. Kelly said he'd cover for me.
Good old Kelly. You're not feeling ill again, are you?
Oh, no, I'm just a little tired, that's all.
Well, I'll be out of here in 5 minutes. You can hit the sack.
Oh, no, it's no hurry. I won't be staying here tonight.
Why not?
Well, I was invited to stay at the Cavanaughs.
You sure got chummy real fast.
Well, I came back here to get some of my things.
Come on, Jody. Talk to me about it. I got the impression that you weren't going to sponge off your family. That's the last thing you intended to do.
It is. I'm not sponging off of them anyway. I'm just going to stay there a few days. Just until I get my strength back.
I see.
You know, Gavin, you were the one who told me how run down I was. In fact, you were the one that called Dr. Cavanaugh in the first place.
That's because you needed a doctor. And because you couldn't afford one, I figured that a relative might not send you a bill.
Well, he's done more than that. He's invited me to stay at his place so I can get the proper rest.
He invited you. What about his wife?
You know, when I think about it, actually, it was her idea. They really care about me, Gavin. It's so strange. They don't even know me that well, and they care for me so much.
What about your job at the Unicorn?
Well, I was hoping to get some time off. And if I can't, then I'll just have to find another job.
I guess you can guess my next question.
I guess I can, too. About dancing. Well, I think that's going to have to wait for a little while, too. Just until I'm strong enough. Come on, Gavin. You know I'd rather stop eating than stop dancing.
Yeah, sure. I guess I can't criticize you for taking advice. I told you to take a break, and you sure are taking one.
Gavin, you think I'm doing something wrong, don't you? I mean, I can tell. What's the matter with you?
I just think it's very interesting, that's all. All this talk about not getting involved with your family, and now you're getting packed and starting to move in.
I'm not moving in. I'm just staying there a few days. He's a doctor, Gavin. He prescribed this for me.
Funny you keep talking about him when it's she that you're related to.
All right, Gavin, I've had enough, okay? I just want to thank you for everything you've done for me.
Wait. You are coming back, aren't you?
You know, I'm not sure that you want me back.
Why wouldn't I?
That's true. Dance teacher needs pupils.
No, that's not the only reason.
Well, I'll be back. I don't think I'm going to sleep here anymore, but I'll be back for my lessons, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Now what's the matter, Gavin? Don't you believe me?
Yeah, I believe you. I just want you back here.
That's an elephant going around there, see?
Julia, say elephant.
Elephant.
Elephant. Elephant. Say mommy. Say mommy. Oh, yes, you like that, don't you? Say mommy. Mommy. Yeah. Logan. Hey. Where were you?
I'm sorry. I was daydreaming, that's all. Didn't mean to ignore you. I certainly didn't mean to ignore you, you little precious
she
thing.
didn't like
Huh? How do you like the world today? You're sure checking it out there.
I think she approves.
I hope so. It's the only one she's got.
Yeah, well, I think she likes it. She's always laughing, don't you?
I can't blame her. I'd smile, too, I think, if I had you for a mummy. I think I better be going. I'll call you tomorrow afternoon, probably.
Oh.
Don't get up, please. I'll get out. Better put this down before I walk out with it. Good night, little Julia. Good night, little sweetheart. Good night, April.
Good night.
Kirk, I wish you would stop thinking about that man who called.
Wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about myself, as usual.
No, you weren't. You haven't stopped thinking about that phone call since you hung up. What did he say? Why won't you tell me?
Nothing to tell. He didn't say anything much.
Kirk, you didn't invite him over here, did you?
No.
Good, because that would be a terrible mistake. You gotta stay away from that man. You gotta stay away from anybody who knew you back then. And we have to make arrangements to get out of here as soon as we can.
I don't think that's such a very good idea, Emily.
Kirk, it's the only way. Don't you see that?
Emily, this is the only place where I'll ever be able to find out something about my past.
It's something you may learn to regret, something that we may both regret.
So we're supposed to run away, change our lives, change everything we work so hard for?
Yes, everything. Change our lives, change our names, change everything, but we should have done it before. Those things just aren't important as long as we're together.
How long can you run from the truth?
Well, I'll just wash these dishes and then we'll go to bed, okay?
All right.
out there? Kirk, wait! Where's he going? Be back in a few hours. Don't worry, Kirk. Oh my God, he's gone to see that man.
Seems as though a harmony is hard to find. Always on my mind. And frustrated days pass without sight. The edge of night